So this is our older girls. They are due to start calving today or tomorrow. Doesn't mean to say they will start calving. It's just their due dates. Our springer mobs I'll show you shortly. So there's 380 cows in here. I've just moved them. They're on break feeding now, which means they, in the middle of the season when they're milking, they get a whole paddock. When it's break season and we're calving, they get breaks, certain amounts of grass per day to eat. Alrighty, springer mobs.
Come on, buddy.
15. So this is where we've now just, as you can see, we've got the calves. There were 15 calves today. So 15 of these cows have calved. So what we do is we've got a machine, I'll show you later on, but way at the very end, up by where David is, there's a machine that actually picks the cows out that have calved for us. So we don't have to run around the paddock looking like idiots. The actual machine picks it up and tells us what cows have calved, and they get taken out to another area, and then they go down to the milkers, and they'll be starting to be milked tomorrow. So at the moment we've got 55 cows we're milking, plus another 15 today, put us at 70. So that's all we do every day. We go get the calves, and then we bring the cows to the cow shed. We'll leave the gate open, and they walk straight out, and the machine up the end separates them. A lot easier than driving around a paddock trying to find cows all day. So I thought I'd show you guys the protract that I was talking about earlier. That picks up the cows that are calved and on heat. So this is it here. And it's got sensors in here. You'll see, where is it, sorry, in here there's a little camera, and you come into here and there's a camera up there. So they come in here, what it does, there's a camera up here, picks them, the back of them up, comes through here, and if they've calved or on heat, these here will slide open. These are all like on airbags. That there will open up here, and the calved cows will go through there, and the ones that haven't calved straight out. So that's how that works. Down here you'll see 2 mobs of cows at the moment. I'll see if I can zoom in a bit for you. No, I can't. My phone's not zooming in. But in this paddock here we've got our milkers, and in the left paddock there we've got our ones that have just calved. So they're our colostrum mob, they're our milkers. So this milk goes into the vat so you can drink it. This here is still, you've got to milk these ones for 5 days prior to them coming into here, because their milk is colostrum, which is really rich, and it's good for their calves. So that goes to the calves, and that goes to you. Alrighty. Okay, so this is the dosatron we're doing. I'll explain it in a minute. Get 1 bag of salt. It's got a big bag. 1 bag of salt, turn the water on. One scoop, 300 mils, mix it together. This is what it looks like. That's a dosatron. So what that does is that pumps through the pump here, goes into the trough, and I turn a valve, different valve. I turn on that for where the cows are now, so when they drink the water in their trough, they're getting all those nutrients, which is what they need to help with their calving. So it's all extra stuff we do, like vitamin C and vitamin D and vitamin E and all that sort of nonsense. So that goes through into their trough where they are today, and they drink the water with all that stuff in it. Okay guys, I've just had my lunch, come back. So this is, as you've seen before, this is where the calves were. So it's called a springer mob because they're springing up. And what we do about every 2.5 or 3 hours over the calving season is we come in and check, and we check that the mothers are having their babies and there's no problems. If there's any problems with the mother or the calf, we take them up to the shed and we fix them up there. Another reason we come in and do so many checks is because on my arm, I'll show you these bands, and they all have, it's just a bit of leather with a tag number on it. What we do is if there's a calf being born, I have in my book, I have a book that looks like this, and I will write down, let's just show you what I've done this morning, is I'll write down a calf number, sorry you can't see it. So you can see 188, so that cow is calved. B19 is a tag that I put around the calf, and G means it's a gill. So then when it comes to tomorrow when we pick the calves and cows up, we know what calf belongs to which cow. Otherwise you could have 7 or 8 or 15 calves running around the paddock and you don't even know who they belong to, and that's when you get into a lot of trouble. So right now I can see a calf, so I'll take you for a walk with me. Actually I can see 1, 2, 3 calves, and this is where it's a good time to find out who belongs to what. And I know a lot of people say that we take the babies and we take them off their mothers and we do all these things. It's not true, guys. I get really frustrated with people thinking that farmers are all these horrible people. We actually spend a lot of time with these cows and a lot of time and effort on them. And see these calves that are born here, they're not taken from their mums for 24 hours. So we leave them with their mums for 24 hours so they can get the best drink possible. But you have to remember that sometimes cows don't want to know their calves, and they find it easier just to get rid of their calf and they kick it or hurt it. So sometimes, guys, it's better to take the calf off the cow. As you can see, this cow here is mothering her calf nicely. This one over here is also mothering her calf nicely. And there's also one, so who we got here? We've got 316, that's her calf. And we've got another one here, 226, that's her calf, just been born. 514, that's her calf, sitting down here. So I'm just going to tag these calves, guys, and I'll come back to you in a minute, eh? Alright, they're all tagged. What I mean by a tag, guys, is I put a tag around a calf. I'll show you this one down here. It's a beautiful little girl. She's called a heifer replacement. So, see, her mum is 514, and this calf's only been born about 20 minutes ago. and then I put a little tag A10 on her, which means tomorrow when we come into the paddock we'll match up this calf to that mum, so we know what milk to give this calf to drink, because it belongs to that mum. So yeah, there's a lot of rumours about what farmers do and how we do things. As you can see, our cows do not stand on mud like some people say they do. You know, this is fresh grass, and believe it or not, we spend a lot of time and a lot of effort on these calves. I do anyway, this farm does. We spend a lot of effort and time on these calves and cows, because well, it's not just done by, I mean, I get paid to do this obviously, but I really like it. And I don't want to see babies and mums in pain or hurt or stuff like that. No one wants to see that. And there's in every business you'll go to, doesn't matter what job or what business, mechanics, anyone, there's always bad eggs in every business to make everyone look like assholes. But we try not to do that. I'll take you up to the shed and I'll show you the bobby calves and the keepers. What the bobby calves mean is the bobby calves are calves that are boys, and they end up going to the works. Yes, I know the works, it's not what everyone likes, but we can't keep every cow that ever, imagine every New Zealander keeping every cow that's ever born. You know, that would be overrun with cows then. So the bobby calves go into 5 pens, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and on day 5 a truck comes and they go to the, okay, let's be honest, they go to the meat works where they get made into dog food and stuff like that. That's a part of farming we don't like. And then there's the heifer replacements, which that little black and white girl I just showed you is, and they go into another barn, and they're our keepers. So they're our replacement cows in the future. So a replacement calf will live for the first 2 years grazing and eating the grass, and then in 2 years time it will come back to this farm and be a milking cow. Alrighty, I hope you've learned a little bit from that or anything. If you are enjoying this video, guys, and you want to see more of what happens over calving and mating and how we do things, please let me know in the video and let me know if it's what you want to see, and if it's not what you want to see. I'm a bit worried about putting certain things up because I don't know what people want to see, and I don't want people to get offended by what happens on a farm. But I also find it really interesting to show you how a farm operates and works all year round. So if you are keen on knowing more and seeing a lot more things, no matter if it's good or bad, please let me know, and I'll make sure I put some videos up for you. Right, to go. Right, let's go and head off to the calf barn and have a look in there, and then I have to go and hop on the tractor, and there's a few trees that have fallen down around the boundary I need to pick up and dump because they've fallen on our fences, and if we don't fix those up, cows will break through. So as you can see, yes, there is dirt on this side, but where they are now there's not. So every day their break gets moved so they get fresh grass. So yeah, scratch poles, and as you can see they really enjoy it. They stand there, look at this one here having a good old scratch on her nose. So yeah, they get a good scratch, stand there and scratch their heads and their bums and their noses. Right, let's move on. Bobby calf shed. So these are all the boy calves. So these are day 1. Hello, sweetheart. So yes, even though these will be going on the truck in 5 days time, they still get treated exactly the same way as any other calf does. There's no different. Day 2. Day 3. Day 4, and then out that gate where the truck comes. But these are all bobbies. Over this side of the farm are our girls that will be staying with us and will become our future milkers. Got 3 in here. Hello, little ones. Hello. Yes. Hello. What are you trying to do? Yes. Hello. So these are all our keepers at the moment. Cuties. Aren't she cuties? Hello, number 2. Hello. So I've just been moving some trees that have fallen down on some fences, and now I had to fix a couple of fences that the trees had fallen down on. It's quite funny, isn't it? One thing about farming that I do enjoy, it's not so much the hours, because the hours do suck, but it's a variety of work, man. Stuff being stuck in an office all day. I mean, I do about I don't know, in reality I probably do about 15 different jobs a day, and I like that. Anyway, that's what we're doing, and then I've got to go and fix a fence, and I've got to do a vat wash. Got to put the water through the vat for the first time in 2.5 months to get that clean and ready for milking. It's all happening. It's good. It is good, because we're getting back into some normality, and I work very well that sort of way. Just seeing what's going on up here. Sorry, just seeing if my staff were back from lunch, and they are. All good. Alright, we'll catch up there shortly. First vat wash for 2.5 months. Gotta remember what I'm doing. Jeez. Let's hope I know what to do. Tucky's favourite spot. Just got home and put the fire on. So we'll see you again tomorrow, and I'll continue the video. And then tomorrow night we're going down to our local pool competition on in our local tavern. We go and drink. Get off the farm once a week, go play some pool, drink some beers, see the locals. Yeah. So we'll see you in the morning. So here we are again, just drafting the cows out. We got 14 calves today, so between yesterday and today, that's 29 that have calved. I didn't do any filming this morning, sorry guys, we were milking and then the power went out and completely stuffed our whole day up. But as you can see, people always, I get a lot of questions about farming actually, which is I quite enjoy because I like answering them. They're all like, you know, like, how do you do it, what do you do? It's literally like any other job. We have exactly the same routine every day, so nothing really changes. Like, you know, you milk the cows, you get the calves in, you run these through the shed, you give them another break of grass, you feed them, and by then it's lunchtime, and in the afternoons we normally do a bit of fixing up a few things. But now today we're going to be milking in the afternoon, first afternoon milking of the season. So yeah, nothing changes, everything's just the same every day. And once you get into a routine, it's not actually that bad. You would have seen in my video yesterday, this is what we did yesterday as well. Walk up, walk out the shed, down the race to the paddock. That's better. Absolutely covered in mud. I hate it being covered in mud because it goes into my garage at home. Just our workshop. And then we've got our workshop, and then so we've got our farm bikes outside. But then inside, we've got the play bikes, the motocross bikes. These are definitely not for the farm. These are the toys. What do you need?
Oh, can I use this brush?
What brush? Use that brush down there.
Is this one?
There's one down there.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that
That's one I was using. Yeah, so this is my one. David's one. Chance is doing her bike now. Fuck, yours is a mess, man.
Fuck you.
Fuck, it's a mess. Clean it.
I am.
What are you using the brush for?
Because it's a mess.
Oh, you're even cleaning the engine.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, now. So yeah, so we try to clean those once a week, just to keep on top of things. But what was I doing? That's right. Got our first afternoon milking this afternoon, so had to get the shed set up for that. Springer check time before we go for milking this afternoon. I should ask you guys, can you see any calves? Oh, yep, I can see one. Any more? I'll just leave her for a second. Oh no, we'll shoot down and have a look now, eh? Oh, I can see another one. I just tagged one as well. Let's go and see this one. This is what I'm interested in. Mum is giving her a wash. And so I don't know if you know, but there's some cows, actually I'll show you down here, so you guys can see this. So cows have afterbirth. Obviously when the calf comes out they have the afterbirth. And people are sometimes asking me, why do they eat their afterbirth? Because they all eat it. This cow's eating it now. And by what I know, and I've been told by a lot of farmers, is back in the day a cow would eat their calf's afterbirth so that the wolves and the predators didn't know that they just had a calf. So it takes away any sort of evidence. So she's eating the afterbirth now, and that's to get rid of it. Takes you a while to get used to something like that. It's quite gross, but it's what they do. Alright, we'll tag her and we'll carry on looking around, eh? Okay, so before I head off for the night, we're off to the local tonight for some beers. We go down there as often as we can, actually, me and Debbie, just to get the hell off the farm and have a few beers and relax. But you know how I was saying earlier, there's reasons sometimes we take calves off their mum. I'm going to show you one of the reasons why we do it. She stopped doing what she's going to do, but I'm going to take this calf and take it up to the calf barn, and I'm going to put a tube of milk down its throat so it gets a first feed, because if I don't, this mother will kill her calf. So you know how a lot of people say, oh, it's cruel that you take calves off their mothers so quickly? generally 24 hours we don't, but in a situation like this where I've got a heifer, this is the mother here. Okay, get out of the way, girl. And she's had her first calf. Now she's licking it, and you might think, oh okay, she's licking it, she's looking after it. She just stomped on its head twice and tried to kick it. So all I've got to do now is take that calf, take it down to the barn, or this mother will, see she's pushing it over, or she will kill that calf. So before you guys all go on about how farmers take calves off cows and do all these things, there's reasons we do things, and it's actually to save a life, not to take a life. If I leave this calf right now in this paddock and do not do anything with it, that calf tomorrow will be dead, and it will have a horrific death from its mother killing it. Look at her. So I'm going to stop filming and deal with this calf, and I'll see you at the pub tonight.
You got.
Oh, I was going to video mum sitting in here with me, but
Shit.
yeah, sorry. But she's on the other side of the bar.
Who?
Yo,
What are you talking about?
oh, I look forward to that bloody beer all day. Just watching the pool cop go on. Waiting for my burger. What have I got? A chicken burger?
What are you doing?
My video.
For you two?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're waiting for a chicken burger
And nachos.
and nachos. Alright, I'll wait till I come back with something to show you my food. So mum got nachos. Are they nachos, babe?
Yes.
Yep. And I've got the chicken burger. Fuck, it's mean. Absolutely beautiful.